Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm Rob.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Jimmy.
Today we'll be evaluating our coaching placement, which was 6 hours across 3 weeks, 2 different sessions for Saints Foundation, specifically Kicks.
So yeah, Kicks is a youth engagement program aimed at 8 to 18-year-olds, and it strives to bring young people together to play sport while socialising with friends. The aim of it is to reduce crime and antisocial behaviour in areas of Southampton.
So we'll start off with coaching philosophies. A coaching philosophy is a coach's beliefs and guides to becoming the best coach possible. That was from Clark 2008. I believe I had to change my coaching philosophy during this placement because I like to strive, aim big, go for trophies, goals, everything. However, I do believe when coaching at these younger ages, we do have to look at can't say the word, to make it more inclusive for everyone and just make the activities fun. What about yourselves?
Yeah, I totally agree with that, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mine changed to more of like a fun, enjoyable philosophy.
Yeah.
Done it more serious and
Yeah.
Especially working with children. It's all about getting everyone involved and making sure everyone's got the same amount of game time and that they're all in the same position or in the position that they want to be playing in.
Yeah, of
To
course.
be fair, however, even the two schools we worked at that had a different philosophy for
Yeah.
me.
We had to go there and change it kind of when we seen
Yeah.
who we were going to be coaching and who
Being
we were
adaptable
involved
is
with.
a great skill
of
to have.
course.
I think with one of our groups, like we found that one group was a bit more focused on like developing skill, whereas the other one was more on trying to just get people involved.
Yeah.
'Cause there's
Yeah.
more
Pretty
people
much same.
just
Should we start on week 1 then?
Yeah.
Week 1. Where did you guys have your placements?
We had ours at St Mary's Hub and Woodlands Hub. Yeah.
Nice.
St Mary's Hub, there weren't many people, which is a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because we got to know the people a lot more than if there was a lot more people. It was like we got a personal relationship with them.
Interactive, isn't it?
Yeah. But it was negative because it's quite hidden away. Nobody could.
location wise.
Location.
We couldn't even find the first place. We had to get one of the coaches to help us get there because we couldn't find it.
Yeah. I'd say it's like but it's also a safe space, I think, as well for the children playing.
Yeah.
To know you're not being like in a secure area is, I think, is nowadays really important for like children.
Safeguarding, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Should we look at our first
Yeah.
weeks? Say like the pros. It was kind of the first session was quite relaxed.
Which one was that? Which one?
Redbridge, yeah.
Redbridge.
It was more quite relaxed. There were fewer participants. There were 6 coaches to 5 participants in the first session. So obviously the numbers.
Yeah, that was a bit of an issue really for us.
Yeah, could have been a lot. But going back to obviously being adaptive.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the coaches, everyone kind of had to adapt to cater like for that session. We did end up joining in non-contact, just having fun. Obviously, there's a little bit of competition between everyone. I think competition motivates everyone.
Yeah.
But obviously, like the cons, I'd say quite nervous and anxious. Like for our first session, we didn't know
That's normal.
how to
I
be.
think that's quite normal.
Yeah. Didn't know like kind of where to be, where to stand, what to do. But I mean, it's a learning curve, isn't it? Like,
It was my first experience of volunteering, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I didn't know whether I was going into it coaching or whether actually just standing on the side. And over the 3 weeks, it obviously changed a little bit, but
yeah.
initially, it was more just stand back and look kind of thing.
And then going to Friday in Cantel, like not confident at all.
No, big change.
Seeing the bigger group of 80 kids,
Quite
split to 16,
overwhelming.
it was overwhelming. We were a lot more indecisive on our actions, on what to do when it came to.
It was just less natural in that
Yeah.
environment, I think.
Yeah, and there was no really goal setting. Like they go there to just play football and have a kick about with their mates. It's very competitive. I mean, they're teenagers. They're gonna want to be with their mates, and they want to be winning all the teams. So But yeah, it wasn't really. We didn't really go there to coach, I believe.
We just sorted
Yeah.
the bibs out, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we did
Yeah.
in Woodland, because
Yeah.
there was like 50 plus people there.
Yeah, we were just assisting the main
We were
coaches.
just,
Really.
yeah, more like refereeing. If we wanted to
Yeah.
get involved, we could. But I think like the main issues with like the big groups is that there's like no structure to the sessions.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they do drills and stuff in the beginning. They just kind of
Get
everyone
going.
gets there,
Yeah.
everyone grabs the ball, everyone does what they want. If they want to do a game, they play a game. If they want to just kick the ball around, they do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was just hard to like maintain kids' behavior because we're not in a like we weren't in a
Yeah.
role where we could tell kids off and
Yeah.
tell them to.
We didn't have authority really.
Yeah, yeah, we were just there to help out, but it was just you could see some of the kids like I don't know, they were just a bit hard to maintain. You
Yeah,
can't
I
tell
think it's
them
the
what
safest thing to do. in that
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, moving on to week 2 though, did things change for you guys?
In week 2, I thought there was like a reward system. So each week they'd have something that they were working on. This week was innovation, which is a positive. So they worked on skill and freedom. That was like a fun element,
Okay.
and that reward system really helped with their mental health. And the World Health Organization says mental health is a state of physical, emotion, and mental well-being without the absence of disease and infirmity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I think sport is a massive thing in mental health, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially-
mental health is huge at the minute, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
see lots of like research and that going on about it all, and I think sport, getting out, socialising with your friends, really does help.
Yeah, and I say it helps like with a sense of belonging and and like a structure in their life.
I feel like giving the people like something to look forward to at the end of the session, like if they know they can win points if they show off a skill or if they do something
Yeah.
really well, kind of gives them something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's a good
Obviously-
incentive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. And we were told that the points, like when they reach a certain amount of points, they get prizes.
Yeah,
So whether that be, I don't know,
the end of the
Saints
month,
tickets or
yeah.
something,
Yeah.
or a kit, like a
Yeah.
signed kit or something that they could win, it kind of just gives them more motivation to keep coming to the sessions and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, we didn't really have a
No, there's
like
there's
point
a
system
lot
or
different
nothing.
to
It
that,
was,
yeah.
but saying that though, when it came to Redbridge on the second week, we preached an idea to the coach, and we led the warm up, which was quite fun.
Yeah.
Obviously smaller participants, so it was quite nice to kind of get the grip of, kind of understanding where do you stand, like
yeah.
do I demonstrate it or do they understand? Like it's very
Kind of give us a bit of belonging. I felt like
yeah.
we actually were part of it then, though.
Yeah.
'Cause the first week we did just stand there, didn't we?
I felt like we did build like quite strong relationships
Yeah.
with the coaches there, which is I think
Definitely.
key
Yeah.
Yeah.
for just social networking,
So-
which I believe is really important during
Did they all join in with your warm up?
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Everyone-
enjoy,
yeah.
all the coaches, all the kids.
Yeah, surprisingly in the third week, which was our last week, when we went the warm up, they actually altered the warm up. We preached out and like using more goals, like a golf strategy. So the fewer kicks you have, like the better you're gonna win basically. So the fewer kicks to the goals, you're gonna win. And it was like a
Yeah.
massive just competition between all the coaches joined in. Obviously because we had fewer participants. But everyone was having fun.
Yeah,
It
enjoying
Yeah.
also helps like precision and accuracy.
Yeah, it was
It's also
passive.
skill based,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
And they all had to give themselves a goal of how many shots they can get it in by. That was
Yeah.
that target that week. I can't think what it is off the top of my head.
And were they against each other or against their own score?
It was a bit of both.
Yeah.
To be fair. Obviously, seeing if they were as good as they thought they are, and then seeing if you could beat everyone else. So.
Yeah.
But obviously, looking at that, can tell is just completely different again. For 2 and 3, it's like, I mean, how do you explain it? It's just obviously teenage boys going for a kick about reducing antisocial behaviour, but there wasn't really no coaching. It was their bibs out, refereeing games. But yeah, what about
Were they
you
giving
guys?
you a bit of stick when you're refereeing?
You do.
Yeah, there was a
you
few,
do.
few decisions we got wrong apparently, but
Yeah.
If there was a handball, you didn't see it, mate. Oh, that'd be it.
not worth
Yeah.
arguing though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
something like-
give the penalty.
Yeah, something quite similar with like St Mary's. There's not as many people as Woodlands, was there?
No.
No, it's, we definitely had different roles, responsibilities.
Yeah, I
Came
feel
to
like
both of them.
with the St Mary's Hub, because there was only like literally like 6 of them every single week. it was more of like an intimate session. So like at the end, you were able to ask them what they learned and what they thought was good, what they want to do next time. With the Woodlands group,
They all
because
just rushed out.
there's like 60 of them. Once the session ended, they were gone.
Yeah.
There was no talk at the end. There was nothing. It was just thanks guys for coming,
Yeah.
and then they were gone.
The odd nice one might say, like,
Yeah.
goodbye.
But you wouldn't, like the coaches wouldn't ask them what they thought of the session, what we did well, what they want to do next week, because they just come here to play, and they don't really do much like skill based
No.
stuff, do they?
Like-
There were no drills or anything. Like if they wanted to do a penalty shootout, they
Yeah.
could. And if they wanted to do a drill, but
I did get positive. It was like an hour and a half. It's longer than the St Mary's session, so it's like lots of football.
What ages
is
were your
available?
ones on Friday?
We had 3 age groups.
Three different,
three different
okay.
age groups. Yeah,
Right.
that's also like lots. We had like lots of opportunities for different ages. So we
Yeah.
were.
so the Woodlands was
yeah.
11 to 16. So we have them in 3 different age groups. Obviously 11 to 12, 13 to 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And then St Mary's Hub was 12 to 16.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
age do you find more you suited better? Both of them?
I'd say if you're less experienced, definitely start off with the St Mary's Hub because less people,
Less
it's
people, yeah.
less overwhelming, especially if you're just starting.
Yeah.
Even
And then
though-
when you
yeah.
get more experience and you feel like you can challenge yourself, then I definitely did it with the Woodlands Hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think ours, Redbridge definitely was.
Yeah, we're very similar. Like when starting off, I think Redbridge is the one to go to.
Was it the same age groups as well?
No, so do you
Was it
remember the
11
age
It
groups?
was about 11 to 14 year old
11 to
girls, wasn't it?
14
Something like
girls
that.
was on the Monday,
Mhm.
and then
It was 16,
Friday
17,
it was 14 to 18-year-olds.
14.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So which one did you prefer?
Prefer
If,
my
as a coach?
If you
as a
would
coach it
continue.
was
Yeah.
it was Redbridge. Obviously just what was a little bit frustrating was literally just the numbers, but it's a lot of inclusive. I can't say the word again. More-
Inclusivity.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just good to obviously preaching ideas to the coaches and then seeing that they're using your
Yeah.
thing the next time.
Yeah, that's quite rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They said during the start, when we first met, they said any ideas, tell us and let's do it.
Mhm.
You're here to learn type of thing.
So do you think they could advertise that session a bit more?
Yes,
Get more people.
I think so. Well, they did say more summertime. It's
Okay.
obviously a lot
Yeah.
more because you're not going to turn up. Because we had one session in the rain, didn't we?
Yeah, well,
Was it AstroTurf?
I
yeah,
think it's
it was-
Astro, which is good, but trying to get participants to
It
go
was
to that.
the coaches said though, getting 11 to 14-year-old girls outside when it's raining to play football is not very achievable.
Yeah,
No,
it's quite
yeah.
So
So I think if they could find an indoor facility, maybe they could get more people.
potentially,
Yeah.
I mean, they could try it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good idea to think about, especially
Yeah.
if you're at school already. They'll probably have halls
It's
around.
maybe
Maybe
idea,
just a
actually.
trial run, maybe
Yeah.
a few weeks,
Yeah.
and then maybe if you might want to do the outside football even from there, if you advertise it more.
How did you guys feel about social capital, bringing, building relationships with your coaches? How did you guys find that?
Well, we definitely started bonding at the start, and then I think throughout the few weeks, we were bridging,
Mhm.
we were bridging a bit more with them. I'd say our relationship.
Yeah, I would say the exact same.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It was very, obviously, getting to know each other first, isn't it? Is very,
Yeah.
but obviously you're bridging out, you're gaining more networks from speaking to them,
Yeah.
which is really important to obviously achieve good placements, getting into maybe potential higher teams.
I
But
feel
yeah, I
like if
think
you build a good relationship with them, they can trust you to get more involved in the session. Like you said, you ran the warm up
yeah,
one week. If they didn't get on with you and they didn't think you were going to be good, they wouldn't have asked you to do that. But obviously, they see some potential and they think, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
we can get them to run the warm up this week because we know that they know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
we also got email backs and a phone call from I've forgotten his name.
AO.
AO.
Yeah.
And he said, "Do you guys want to come back to our thing? We've really enjoyed having you on."
Yeah, we're thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Which would be good.
It's just the cost at the minute, isn't it? Getting to places there.
Yeah.
Quite far out for
Yeah.
us currently.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that hampered. Not the only downfall side of it for us. But
I think next year, I will be definitely looking into it. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're at the top of town. Obviously, a lot of people have their cars and that, and
Yeah.
it'll be a lot more cheaper for myself to get around to these places.
yeah.
Mhm.
I was thinking, Jim, what is social capital?
Social capital.
Wow.
Wow.
What's the definition of it?
In Putnam's terms, social capital is a theoretical paradigm that has gained increasing currency in recent years as academics and politicians alike have searched for ways to conceptualize social, economic, demographic and political changes and their impact on communities. So yeah, basically what we were just describing. Really.
Yeah, I believe it's like key to build these relationships with coaches. I feel like it's a big part of developing your ability and your skills.
Yeah.
It's just networking.
getting your
isn't
name out there,
Getting
isn't it,
to know
to be
people
honest?
and-
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So
Anything else?
I say I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
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 yeah, I thought it was a good experience, and I'm glad
Yeah.
I've done it, to be honest.
Yeah.
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 I'll definitely be doing it again soon.
So, yeah.
100%. It's good fun
I
building.
recommend it
skills.
to any other coach who wants
Yeah.
that experience.
Even if you're not like a football player or a football coach, I think it's still a good experience
Any
anyway.
just
'Cause
coach
you're-
of any sport, really.
That is
Yeah.
maybe the other one thing with the Saints Foundation. I would have liked to do other sports, and I know we got
Yeah.
put on the Kicks platform, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't mind doing something different, like multi-sport kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it, well, yeah,
Yeah.
it is very football. I think all the sessions and that the Saints were running for us were all football based.
Yeah,
But it would be quite cool to go out, like a little bit of badminton,
yeah.
like
Just
indoor
something-
football. You're a big
Especially
fan.
with like the bigger groups, when you have like some of the girls that show up, they show up in like big groups. You like you know they don't actually want to play football.
Mhm.
They're just
Yeah.
there to, you know,
socialise.
yeah, to socialise kind of. But it's like the aim of the session is kind of to get involved in football,
Yeah.
and they
Totally
don't.
agree.
So maybe doing something for them, or I don't know.
They could create their own like social thing, like a social place where if some people just turn up just to chat, really, they could,
Yeah.
might as well create
Well,
their own.
going back to the beginning, obviously you said about the safe, secure like area where it
Yeah.
is. Like maybe that's where they feel like they can go and socialise and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like be in a safe area. Obviously, when there is supervision. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they can just alter the game of football though, because if obviously most of the people that got involved in the games are boys, weren't they?
Yeah.
There were a few girls, but most of them were boys, and they can be quite competitive. And maybe the girls kind of shy
Yeah.
away from that because they don't want to get involved with that much
No, I agree.
competitiveness.
Yeah.
Like they're there to just have fun and just play a bit of football, kick a ball around, but they're not there to actually try and get all up in people's faces and
Yeah.
I know what you mean,
beat
yeah.
them. Do you know what I mean?
Not got the
Not as competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. So yeah, is that our evaluation done?
Yeah, I think so.
evaluation done.
Evaluation. Cheers.
Bosh.